A truly unique opportunity that is quite rare. A significant number of 600 and more.
Let's see. How nice. Now yes, 0 to 600 in 1 second. Thank you, brother.
A dream that could come true for a young person in Cuba, where resources are scarce. Being able to turn your hobby, trading, into your job, and on top of that, without risking your own money, what could possibly go wrong? The mission was clear and precise. You just had to follow a trading strategy and stick to it. And really, everything seemed to be going perfectly.
This is a piece of cake, brother.
But when nerves kicked in, he started trading to recover his losses. And that's when everything fell apart. Two accounts, two opportunities, but the same ending. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what happened. Why is it that in trading, you're not playing against the market, but against your own mind? This is the story of Yariel, a young Cuban who experienced the harsh reality of trading. Yariel had the opportunity that TPO gave him, and he blew up two accounts. What happened? Let's find out. Once again, let me remind you that here at TPO, we're offering the chance to work with us on different projects, and you could be our next success story. One of the options we offer is trading strategies, the opportunity that Yariel received, where we test trading strategies that promise to give us the best results. Another option, which we've covered before and even have a video about, is becoming a tester. That's a video I also recommend you watch. But where do we find information about each project? On Telegram, in this group, the link is in the description. Here, you can see the available topics. And if we click on Trading Strategies, all the information related to the job comes up. And something very interesting. Yariel was the first to comment in the group and apply for the job. His motivation was clear. I posted an initial information table and left the option for questions and feedback so people could comment. So Yariel commented,
I understand everything very well, but right now I don't have the funds to make a deposit, as the table says that it has to be the user who deposits. And I don't understand why. I think the risk for the organizer,
that is me,
would be that the trader loses their head and makes risky trades. But this could be avoided by monitoring it.
I emphasize this because it will be an important part of this experience. Later on, I'll explain what I need. To give the job, I need someone who can be 100% demanding and disciplined with the strategy. In the end, I decided on Yariel to work on this experiment. His knowledge of trading, his long track record as a follower of TPO, and his enthusiasm, thank you, have convinced me. Here is the written agreement, clearly outlining the key points of the job. Basically, we will look for strategies on YouTube that claim to be profitable. We will create an account with a broker where Yariel will have at his disposal capital provided by me to use 100% in carrying out the strategy. Yariel's benefit will not only be having access to someone else's capital with no risk of losing his own money, but he will also be able to earn 50% of the profit generated by the strategy. Additionally, Yariel will have to commit to documenting the process and the results. Everything is ready. Let's move on to the first strategy and the first funded account. In this case, I wanted to try a strategy that our dear Valentin once backtested and made a YouTube video about. In case you didn't know, doing a backtest is not the same as testing or working with a demo account as it is to trade in real situations. I'll explain why later. This is the strategy. And 30 trades were made as a test. At the beginning of the video, Valentin already warns that the strategy looks great. But will Yariel be able to confirm the potential of this strategy? The first broker we're going to use is Libertex, one of my favorite brokers and our main broker on our Forex channel on Telegram. a channel I recommend you try if you really want to learn and get trades with very good analysis. That's it, account credited with $118. Now, Yariel has to study the strategy and stick to it. Patience, Yariel, patience. Everything has its time. This is going to bear fruit. To keep track of what was happening, Yariel created several Excel sheets to document the process for me. August 9th, day 1. We begin. I emphasize that he can use $10 per trade in our conversation. There are days when everything looks like a scribble. Lines going up, down, and you trying to make sense of it all. After a week, Yariel sends me a video of the account. He's brought it up to $168. Wow. It seems like Yariel's strategy is working out great. On day 20, Yariel tells me he's had some losses. The account is now at 98 out of the initial 118. I tell him it's okay, that strategies don't always mean they'll be profitable and that it's part of the process. But then the 26th comes and the inevitable happens. The account is wiped out. And Yariel is moved and dejected, which is normal. He didn't want to disappoint and really wanted to make the most of this opportunity. How tough things get. Here I tell him, don't put that weight on yourself. You're simply doing the automatic work of a strategy, like you were a robot. You're not acting on your own judgment and responsibility. But was it really like that? Let's check the Libertex account. Alright, we're in now. Here you can see that on August 5th, a deposit of $118 was made. Let's go to the trading history. Let's take a look. Here you can see the balance. $3,141 were traded with a result of $3,004. That is, a loss of $138. This is because, after losing the 118, they gave him a $20 bonus to trade with. Here we can see all the necessary data, the profit percentage of each trade, the date, and the amount used. On August 26th, the $118 were lost. From that point on, the trades were made with the bonus. So let's go back to the very beginning. The adventure starts here on August 9th with a trade in Chainlink using $10 and a profit of 22%. Alright, everything's fine up to this point. What I'm noticing is a change in the total amount invested starting from the 12th. Now I see trades of 50, 30, and even 80. This isn't what I understood. It was supposed to be continuous trades of $10. I also noticed a significant increase in leverage. We went from 10 times to 100 times. Why? I don't think this is a part of the strategy, and Yariel panicked or got caught in a vicious cycle of wanting to earn more and faster. This led him to bring the account up to 168 on August 19th. Alright, yes, but without properly using the strategy, the mission of the experiment. Therefore, taking on more risk led him to a losing streak that started that very day, with trades using extremely high leverage, which caused him to lose the last $14 on August 26th. This is not what we agreed on, Yariel. You gambled my capital like it was an online casino. I am disappointed. After talking with Yariel, he admitted his mistake and said that the pressure got to him, that he wasn't used to trading with that kind of risk, but that if I gave him another chance, he would stick to the strategy. Honestly, the guy deserves it. He's very hardworking and loyal to TPO. I'm going to give him that chance. We're switching brokers. We're going to work with Grand Capital MetaTrader. This is also one of the brokers we use on the Forex channel. This time I want to give him a $500 account. Maybe with a larger capital, risk management will be better and it will be more convenient to trade. We also decided to change our strategy. Yariel says that trading Forex or gold is easier because of the commissions. So this time we decided to pick a video by Alex Ruiz with a scalping strategy. How hardworking Yariel is and his motivation are unquestionable. You just have to look at the Excel sheets he has prepared to properly document the strategy. To start, in this Excel file, here are the general details of the experiment. The initial balance, which indicators will be used, and what the strategy is. I won't go into much detail about this, but here you have the fundamentals of the strategy from Alex Ruiz's video. Then, in this Excel file, he created a table divided by months. And here, we can see the summary of 21 trades, which were buys, which were sells, the take profits, the stop losses, and the net profit. He even went to the trouble of generating charts from the data, thinking it could be useful for implementing more strategies over additional months. Then, in separate tabs, we also have a breakdown of each trade. Wow, what a great job, my friend. This is a pleasure to see. You can see the pair. The date, the result, the risk, and even noting the commissions. Spectacular. In the November tab, he even details the times and comments for each trade, where he explains the entry conditions that were met and the exit conditions, in case there's anything important to mention. Lastly, Yariel also made me an Excel sheet in chronological order, recording each day's actions and some notes about them. The truth is, after the disappointment with Libertex, I wanted to make sure that this time Yariel did things right. That's why in September and October we were practicing trades on a demo account, and I didn't make the $500 deposit until mid-October. Switching brokers and using MetaTrader is a whole different story. And at the beginning, Yariel was doing some test trades. Here, in some comments, Yariel confesses. Poor psychological state, bad reactions to losses, overtrading, revenge trading to recover losses. This happens several days in a row. It seems like Yariel is falling into the same mistake again. On day 1, I decide to write to him and ask about the results. Here, Yariel opens up. He's mixing personal traits with the strategy. Again. And he starts to feel the pressure again. I'm blunt with him again. This experiment is solely and exclusively to test strategies, not for personal use. And Ariel puts pressure on himself because he thinks he won't make money when he sees the account go down. Because he only earns if there are profits, which I can understand. But he needs to understand that he's getting the chance to do what he loves without risking his own money. And that there are many possibilities of having winning strategies. So he needs to be patient. And Ariel understands me and decides to give himself one last chance. Day 6. He will only trade exclusively using the strategy, starting from the $315 left in the account. Day 9. Ariel's comment. When I'm calm and not thinking about making money with trading, I trade better and more logically. Days go by, and it seems that finally Yariel is trading only the strategy and taking the right amount of risk. So after several days of trading and with the account having grown above 350, I say to Yariel, I think we're going to close this strategy and move to another broker, okay? I'll confirm with you this coming week, but just one day later, and with no time to celebrate, Yariel gets in touch. Bad days over here? I read it and fear the worst. What have you done? My suspicions are confirmed, and Ariel couldn't handle the pressure again and lost his head. Another account blown. And Ariel insists that knowing he wouldn't make any money unless he surpassed 500 made him stray from the strategy. It's true, as he says, he doesn't hide. He faces up to things, and that's something I appreciate, but he's shown me that he doesn't have the necessary control for this project. His phrase sums it up perfectly. Those who trade out of necessity lose out of obligation. I'm not going to go much further into what happened with the Grand Capital account, but here I show the reality. An account designed to stick to a strategy with $500 in it. And this is what happened. If I look at the trade history, there are more than 500 trades on the account, of which supposedly only 21 were made using Alex's strategy. So only 4% of the trades made were actually for what they should have been, applying a strategy. Trades of all kinds, with different lot sizes on different pairs without any control. An account destined to die. A dream that fades away, a train that passes by and doesn't come back. I didn't really want to end the video like this because I think Yariel deserves at least a few words from me at the end. Yariel is an extremely hard-working person, and I truly recommend him to anyone who wants to hire him, because he does his job exceptionally well. Obviously, as this video clearly shows, the intricate world of trading is something very complicated, and very few individuals actually manage to make it consistently profitable. The only truly effective way to make trading genuinely profitable and successfully make a living from it is by having complete control over your emotions. And very few people are truly capable of achieving that difficult feat. That said, regarding Alex Ruiz's specific strategy, I can't really definitively determine if it's a winning one or not, since a mere 21 trades are simply not enough for me to make that conclusive judgment. While it's true that supposedly the capital has increased from 315 to almost 350, looking at how all the trades have gone, a mix of strategy-based and emotional trades, I'm not able to determine if it's really worth it or not. And I hope this video has truly been useful for everyone who wants to make a living from trading, so they know that it's not just knowledge and study that matter for being profitable or making a living from trading. This is the most important thing. I look forward to your comments. See you.